Bruh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. We've got another stream. I just filled out my bracket. We've got an active chat here early on. This is going to be a very interesting stream. We've got a nice group. We've got a nice cult forming here. 132 people. Let's get the number one group. Get the number one group, guys. We need the number one group. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, give the stream a like. We need to... Dude, this stream is going to be so bad. Like, what am I even talking about? Do I talk about the bracket? Do I talk about news? People come here for, like... There's too many things. Duke got the easiest draw by far. Might as well be Duke Invitational in the East. Yeah, they did. I mean, that's why it's impossible. For me, I was going to potentially pick against Duke, depending on their draw. Florida got screwed with their draw. As long as Cooper Flag's healthy, I mean, you have to go with the chalk. Get to top stream. That's not going to be possible. Top stream probably has like 100K people. When did Mossad start recruiting you? After that video where I called out Trump with Israel. Florida Gators are the national champions? I don't think so, man. I really don't think so. This bracket is very chalky. My bracket is, yeah. I mean, dude, the thing is, most of the time you're going to want to pick a pretty chalky bracket. Like, if you're doing this, you know, people want to look at my picks. They're like, it's like a public, so I have to try and be as realistic as possible. It's very chalky. I mean, it's 3 1 seeds and a 3 seed. How was my day today? I mean, my day was fine. My day was all right. There's this funny clip I want to show people. Look at what happened. Wait, what happened to Hillary, man? Oh my goodness. Can you clear up if Trump did not violate the judge order redeporting Venezuelans? Nobody can figure that thing out. No, he didn't violate anything. I'm a legal expert. Now the media is trying to kill Trump with boom mics. Yeah, I saw that. That was like a big thing on Friday.
And these people will stop at nothing. And yes, the Russians helped them last time. The Russians are helping them now. And you cover the White House. You know that the White House has said, don't brief the Congress. Don't even tell them in classified settings what the Russians are doing this time.
Look at Bill. Look at Bill. Bill is like, what is this bitch talking about? She's still angry she lost. She's still blaming Russia. Bitch, we're going to do a military deal with Russia. They're a respectable country. Are you going to do a tournament preview? I might do something tomorrow. I might do an analytics bracket tomorrow. That might happen, because normally I do multiple brackets. I mean, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. What I mean about violating the order is just timing. Was the plane already landed, or was it in the air? It was in the air in outside of U.S. airspace. They can't stop it. They can't bring it back. But they shouldn't be trying to bring it back. That judge needs to be removed. I mean, that's terrible what they were doing. They're trying to get rid of these Venezuelan gang members, and they're like, bring the pain. We want the gang members back. Bring them back. That's what liberals want. No, they're not going to come back. That plane was in Venezuelan airspace. It's not permitted to return. Dude, Hillary is just completely... Elon going with the German cut. Oh, man. Do a coin flip bracket? I could do a coin flip bracket on stream, but I'd have to set it up properly. The coin flip bracket is a little bit annoying because of the tab thing, how you move the tabs. Not high on St. John's, just their offense. I mean, if you look at St. John's, they're down here. Yeah, I don't love the 3 seed that they got, Texas Tech. I have them losing in the Sweet 16. I don't like their offense. They're 19.5 point favorites. Tennessee's 18.5 point favorites. Houston's 28.5 point favorites. Florida's 28.5 point favorites. Michigan State 18.5, Bama 22.5. Man, Kentucky's only 10.5 point favorites over Troy. You got Lipscomb first round upset due to an injury for Iowa State. I mean, it's possible. I mean, we're all trying to find the 14 over the 3, the 13 over the 4. That's what we're trying to look for. Was it military, Navy ships, or cargo ships that terrorists attack? I think they attack all the ships in that in those waters. They attack any U.S. ships, or I mean, they hate Saudi Arabia, the Houthis. They hate the United States. They hate Israel. They hate any of those type of ships in the water, in the Red Sea. Do you think Iran will encourage on the military strikes? Well, I think Trump did. I'm not a fan of escalation in the Middle East, but listen, the problem is it really is causing a problem in terms of the supply getting to areas we need to get it to within the Arab countries. I mean, that's a very important passage. And so at a certain point, I mean, Biden was delaying it. It was going to happen anyways. They were going to strike him. It's more of a de-escalation when you think about it, because it's just telling them you need to stop doing this. It's a problem. But we want de-escalation. Trump wants de-escalation. Trump wants to leave the Middle East. Trust me. He can't do it yet, though. Yale over Texas A&M. Yeah, I could see that. I'm not a fan of Texas A&M at all. I don't know, man. The Ivy has disappointed me in recent years. I mean, everyone always seems to pick Ivy schools to upset, and they never do. Like, because Harvard got an upset win in like 2015 or some shit. Gonzaga will beat Houston in round 2. Yeah, that's a thing that a lot of people are saying. The thing is, dude, like, I predetermined that I was going to pick Houston to win it all, like, at the beginning of March, because I was like, you know, at this point, Houston is an amazing team every year. They haven't won it all yet. If you're consistently at the top, eventually you're going to break through. Kind of like Gonzaga did. But then it's like, the problem is now they're I think they have one of the highest chances to win it all because of the Cooper Flag injury. Modern Warfare 2019 #1, BO2 #2, everything. Dude, Modern Warfare 2019 sucked. The time to kill was horrible. It was like it's like you're playing hardcore every fucking match. You shoot someone with a feather and it kills them. Why is Don Lemon trending? Because he said that I think all Trump supporters are racist. Oh man, all Trump supporters are racist. He got us, man. Oh, we don't really care about being called a racist or any of that shit. It doesn't affect anyone. The Jew hating right now is pissed about Trump striking the Houthis. Yeah, I know. I know. That was going to happen either way. If you have any escalation in the Middle East, those people are not going to be happy. Nobody's happy about escalation in the Middle East except Israel. Greenland has dominoes. You think somehow there can be something? There is something he can do to force them. I mean, you could threaten to leave NATO and force the EU to basically be on our side in our annexation. If you threaten to leave NATO, the EU would probably say it's not worth it. Let's just let you know, if you get the EU on your side in the annexation, then it would be hard for Greenland to really do anything else. You would say we're leaving NATO unless you give us Greenland. I mean, I think Trump's going to leave NATO either way, honestly. Trump said he's going to bomb Iran. Well, he says a lot of things that he doesn't end up doing. Remember, he talked about the hostages with Hamas. He doesn't do anything. It's all negotiation. Ethereum price prediction. I mean, it's hopefully 10,000, man. We need it. You know, I've set up an actual. I'm not gonna do this with crypto right now. People are gonna get angry. I've set up just a complete checklist on all the meme coins I'm in. I've just got an absolute really impressive list. Seriously, what is Greenland's endgame if they leave Denmark? So they say anything about how that's going to work with money? I don't know. I would imagine they would partner with the EU. If you watch my video, you would see that's the hang up. They want to leave, but they really can't afford to leave. So they either need to somehow generate money. They're not going to be able to. They don't have the population to be able to mine. And they don't have the money to invest in mining equipment anyways. They just don't have it. So their whole thing is going to be like an economic partnership with the EU, which is what we don't want. That's what I think they're going to go for. And that's exactly what we want to avoid. That's why Trump needs to be aggressive about this. Do you think Trump is more interested in Canada as a whole, or do you think he wants individual provinces? I told him to go after provinces and not do the whole. Go after Western Canada, go after Saskatchewan, Alberta, Manitoba, British Columbia, the territories. Stay away from Ontario. There's no need. The Ontario is very liberal. Quebec is liberal. But I mean, Trump has said he wants it all. He hasn't split it up yet. He's not talking about like Alberta or singling them out and saying he just wants them. So it seems like he wants the full thing. But I don't even know if that's true. It just depends. Thoughts on Akron? Akron was my Cinderella. I have them going to the Sweet 16. The reason is because Akron has a high octane offense. I don't love Arizona. I mean, Arizona's a solid team, but I don't like Oregon as a 5 seed either. So I have Oregon winning, Akron winning, and then Akron beating Oregon, and then Duke facing Akron, and then Duke beating Akron. Iran-Russian relationship. Do you think Trump will change that? Well, I think there could be a little bit of a different component, especially with Trump being nicer to Russia. I mean, they were supposed to mediate the whole nuclear talks that have seemingly fell apart between Iran and the United States. Musk got the astronauts back. Yeah, I saw that, and they thanked Musk and Trump. Otherwise, they'd have to stay up there for a longer period of time. Yeah, BC is a liberal, but you have to take it. You can't isolate BC. It wouldn't really work. Your stream streak, is it 21? 21 straight? Yeah, I don't know what I'll be able to get to, man. I don't know, man. It's like one of these nights. Like, I've thought about it, but I just keep it going. But for me, it's an overdramatic thing that we talk about. It's 21 days. I mean, it's nothing. But when it ends, I'll make it really dramatic. Thoughts on St. John's? I'm not high on St. John's due to their offense. Listen, who knows? It's the tournament, but me personally, I have St. John's out in the second round. I have them winning the first round, losing the second round. You wonder if Vance will try and distance himself from Musk if he prepares for his run. That's an odd dynamic. I wonder how long Musk has within this administration. I mean, both Musk and Trump have massive egos. You can speculate on them possibly something happening to them. Friends wants the Statue of Liberty back, says the U.S. doesn't deserve it anymore. They can try and come get it. I'd love for them to sail across the Atlantic to try and retrieve the Statue of Liberty. I know it's a joke, but... Oh, not the chat bracket. We're not doing that, dude. We're not doing that. I don't know how many people remember that. What if Trump bombs Iran? You think Russia wouldn't be pissed? I don't think Trump's going to bomb Iran. Remember, Trump's threatened Hamas 2 different times now. He said, or else, if you don't bring the hostages back, nothing's happened. This is what he does. He threatens. But what would happen is Israel would strike like they've done before. It would be more more intense strikes on the Iranian nuclear facilities with the backing of the United States, because they've got a lot more U.S. support now with Trump as opposed to the Democrats. Trump's willing to be a lot more aggressive when it comes to Israel and protecting Israel. Thoughts on Tennessee? Tennessee, they're at the bottom. Yeah, Tennessee, I think they're at least a Sweet 16 team. To me, Kentucky has a 3 seed. Kentucky's only 10.5-point favorites over 14, but Troy's a decent team. I think Tennessee got a decent draw. I mean, Utah State might be a fun team. UCLA sitting 4.5 points. I think Utah State wins that game outright. Yeah, I mean, Tennessee's a solid team out of the SEC. They made the SEC Conference Championship. But I think I have them going out in the Elite Eight, I believe. So I have them making to the Elite Eight. Kind of like really chalky, if I remember. I mean, I should just look at my own. I think it's right here. Yeah, I do have them going to the Elite Eight. What's your favorite pizza topping? I don't know, man. I'm a normie, bro. I just eat cheese, honestly. I just eat cheese. I don't really like. I mean, pepperoni's fine, but even pepperoni, like if you give me the option cheese or pepperoni, I'll pick cheese. But I don't hate pepperoni. But I'm not taking the mushrooms. I'm not taking. I mean, there's certain things, I guess, like honestly, to me, it gets overloaded when you put meat on. You put the pineapple. It's overloaded. It's a bit much. The loading. Dude, you gotta remind me when that was. Was that like during football season in 2022, I want to say? Or would it have been football season 2023? I think it was football season 2022, the loading emoji. That was probably like 50 people, 100 people. Did Duke get a 1 seed? Yeah, Duke got the second overall 1 seed, I believe. Or did Houston get the second overall 1 seed? I don't know, but Houston got their Midwest region. Duke got the East region, which is what they wanted. Obviously, Auburn took the South. And then Florida got handed the West because they were the 4th 1 seed. They didn't have a choice. MMA and UFC are where it's at. March Madness is not dead, bro. Just because you don't like it. I mean, I don't criticize your sports. Just because you don't like a sport, you shouldn't say it's dead. I mean, that's closed-mindedness. North Carolina getting in. Honestly, Ohio State probably should have gotten in over North Carolina. Look at North Carolina. Their quad 1 record is you can't be 1-12 quad 1 games and get in, man. Come on. But it's because their overall record is like 21-12. But it's just because the ACC is so shit. That's why they had a decent record overall. Last couple of years, a 15 or lower has won. Any thoughts? I mean, it's possible, but it's just not like predicting that isn't necessarily smart because the chance of a 15 reaching the Sweet 16 are so low compared to a 2. So the idea that you would do that doesn't make a ton of sense. But I mean, that definitely could happen. A 16 over a 1 is still base. I mean, it's like not going to happen, even though it happened with Purdue. Come on with the time waiting. Yeah, it's on slow mode. You have to wait 30 seconds so people don't spam it. People are spamming certain words by spelling out the letters is not good. You picked Bryant to beat Michigan State. Well, I wish you luck. I wish you luck on that prediction. Candace Owens hinted at JFK getting assassinated because of AIPAC. Yeah, she's doing an anti-Israel grift real hard. No, I mean, that's the trendy thing, and there's obviously some things with that. I'm not going to get into that. How is Purdue a higher seed than Michigan? Because they probably the way they seeded these, it was seeded before Michigan beat Wisconsin. That's how it happens. You understand? You know, Michigan beat Wisconsin, but they didn't. It was already seeded. If they would have reseeded it, Michigan probably would have been a 4. What made you start streaming so consistently? I mean, I had streamed like 3 or 4 days, and then I started streaming like 3 or 4 days in a row, and then people said it was a streak, so I just kept it going. Iran now has backing with Putin. Yeah, and same with China. You see what China and Russia said about Iran developing a nuclear weapon. They support it. You missed the news. Why are liberals saying that Putin outplayed Trump in negotiations? I don't know. I have to look into that. Yeah, I haven't seen anything on negotiations between Russia and Ukraine today. You're down on Clemson every year, but they always make a run. Well, I mean, you can't really blame me for being down on Clemson with the conference that they're in. I mean, but it's March Madness. They could go on a run. Their ceiling is probably like, I can't see them going to the Final Four. Maybe the Elite Eight is their ceiling. Made $13 on the Epstein coin. Yeah, it's been pumping. But what about the JFK files? It's rumored they're being released. Memphis is a weak 5, yeah. Well, look at Memphis, and the American just in general is really weak, and they've had a lot of close wins. Memphis has. Memphis almost lost in the semifinal to, or maybe they almost lost in the quarterfinal. I don't know, to just a bad American team. Why do you have Montana winning? I don't really buy Wisconsin. 14 over a 3. Excitement factor. Entertainment factor for a bracket. You can't go full chalk. I mean, there's a number of... You just find out Trump's Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, worked for the Soros Fund Management and has a husband. Trump Treasury Secretary, really? Worked for Soros? Why is Auburn and not Houston #1 overall, or Duke for that matter? Because it's full body. Full body of work. Auburn had a ridiculous resume. I think they had 15 or 16 quad 1 wins. That's why, even though they finished out the season pretty badly. Should we bend the knee to a bully? Is that where we're at? Well, that's you're simplifying it way too much when you're talking about Russia as a bully. You can say NATO is a bully. But like that's a geopolitical issue that we're not going to be able to discuss tonight because it would take up a long period of time. But I mean that's simplifying something that this is not a simple issue. It's very complex in terms of what Russia's done. And I mean, Ukraine was always a buffer state. The West wanted to add them. Russia got angry about it. So Akron is your Cinderella? I would say so, yeah. I would say Akron is. I think Akron's good enough offensively. Arizona, Oregon, those are teams that are beatable. I mean, you could argue like a UC San Diego, but everyone will pick UC San Diego just because they're the 12 seed that's like 30-4. I think Colorado State is really probably going to beat Memphis. You could argue also McNeese over Clemson. I mean, this is the typical 12v5 matchups. I have 2 12 winnings. You probably have 1 12 winning, though. Random question, is Cambridge, Ohio a nice place with cool stuff? I've never been there. I don't even know where that is in Ohio. Edwardsville will beat Houston. Listen, I'll allow it to happen. I'll allow it. I'll allow a 16 over run, but I need Houston to win, man. Have you tried Culver's? I've tried it once. Yeah, there was a Culver's that went up around us like for the first time we've had a Culver's, and like it was probably like 7 years ago. If you had to pick an 8 or 9 over a 1, it would be Gonzaga. Yeah, I didn't pick a single 8 or 9 over a 1, but that does happen in tournaments. Most people, if they're gonna pick an 8 or 9 over 1, it's gonna be Gonzaga over Houston. I mean, I can't see people picking UConn. It's just this year they haven't been that good. Baylor or Mississippi State, there's people ain't picking them. And to me, these are weaker teams, Louisville and Creighton, especially against a team like Auburn. It would be Gonzaga. That's why I said during my video, Houston got a really bad draw. McNeese seems a little overplayed. Yeah, McNeese probably should be like a 13 seed, honestly. I'm surprised they got a 12. Ukraine wanted to join NATO because Russia broke deals many times. That's a fact. Well, they both broke deals. If you go back to the 2019 peace agreement, you know, those regions where they were fighting, because what happened in 2014 is Crimea was annexed by Russia in response to the West overthrowing the pro-Russian Ukrainian government. And then there was fighting for 5 years in the Donbass region, and those territories were supposed to be independent, and Ukraine didn't allow them to be independent. They both broke stuff. But look, we can't sit here and just keep this war going. What do you propose? So you propose a NATO offensive? I'm just trying to understand what is this. See, there's never any solutions. It's always, well, Russia did this, did that. So what's the solution? Well, the solution would be escalation, because you would want to, I guess, presumably drive Russia back. If you're talking about this whole rhetoric with the bully and you have to punch the bully, so you want an offensive into eastern Ukraine. That's exactly what Trump doesn't want. He was elected to avoid that. What state is the best place to be during a zombie breakout? Probably like Wyoming. Yeah, Alaska, but that's kind of cheating. Alaska's not connected. You're proposing we help Russia in recapturing. Yeah, that's not going to happen. They're not going to help Russia recapture Ukraine. They don't have a solution. They just want anxiety about being bullied to somehow be relieved, even if it means vaporizing cities with nukes. Well, yeah, you know, now they've started to admit, they've actually started to admit, they say, well, yes, Trump should threaten to bomb Moscow. So now they're admitting it at least. Will Iran be bombed soon? I mean, not by the United States. Maybe by Israel, not by the United States, but the United States would probably back them in doing it. Yeah, this stream was always going to be a shit show, because the thing is you're trying to stagger. It's impossible to stagger any of this shit, because I'm trying to stagger these two topics, and it's just not. It just doesn't. It doesn't work out. You know, it's like. Can you give me some hope on Memphis to win? I mean, Memphis is the favorite in their first round game, so they've got a good chance to win. I just don't like Memphis based off of their conference and really some of the wins they've had. A lot of very close wins for Memphis. It doesn't bode very well. Fargo, North Dakota. Yeah, I've looked into North and South Dakota, both of them, pretty extensively. I don't know about it. I'll have to look. It's its own economy, Fargo. Ukraine withdrew. Well, that's good for ending the war. So that region was the only reason Ukraine had land in Russia. So that maybe that'll be a good sign in terms of ending it, or at least a ceasefire. Can't imagine why any reason Israel wouldn't bomb Iran. Done it before. In the mood for war with fresh wounds and reasons U.S. would support, etc., etc. It's basically guaranteed. Well, the question is how yeah, they've done it before. Is this a new escalation though? That's the question. Or is this just more of the same for Israel? You know, I think Israel probably feels emboldened with the support that they get from Trump. So how do we swing this as positive for Trump? Well, it becomes more of a challenge, but we can... It becomes more of a challenge there, but we'll have to do something. Thoughts on DG coin launch? Come on, man. My bracket is super anti-Tom Izzo. Mr. March. Isn't Iran being helped by Russia to have a nuclear arsenal? Well, Russia says that they should. They basically endorsed Iran being able to explore nuclear capabilities. So is China. China and Russia have endorsed Iran to be able to develop their own nuclear program. The United States and Israel are against it. This channel gained traction with sports before politics for those complaining. I know, man. But it's like, what do you want me to do here? This is like... I'm being pulled in 100 different directions with this because I go live right now and it's like right after the selection show. But the thing is I used to do this and it would all be sports, but now... You cool with me putting 2 brackets with 2 emails? Yeah, I mean, come on. Look, you can do it. It's not a big deal, but we want to avoid that. You shouldn't really want to do that because that kind of just... It kind of... You should want to only have 1 bracket. As more of just a thing. I mean, we've got a group right here. What do we have here? Where's this? Yeah, we've got 195 people. 195 people. Winner gets one Dogecoin. Winner gets 10 XRP. Post the link so I can join your group for the tourney. Let me just go ahead and do this. I'll post it right now. I'm pinning it. I'm pinning it. Guys, go ahead and join that. If you win, you'll get 50 Shiba Inu coins. It's a lot of money. It's a nice amount of money. You're winning? Yeah, I don't think so. You see what I've been doing? You see my predictions recently. This should be an easy win for me against you guys. Someone decided to you know, I'm not too happy about this, what somebody did here. What happened to this? I couldn't even freaking name my group. Someone took my name. Yeah, they got 9 people in it. Like, seriously? They got 9 people? They took my name? I had to change it to real. Oh, come on. Seriously, this is like the X thing again. You hate meme coins? Winner gets 1 DG coin? Yeah, the winner gets 1% of the supply of DG coin. This is your 3rd year in a row picking Houston. That can't be right. I thought I correct. Oh, that was in 2019 when I picked Virginia to win it all, and I was right. But I don't think that was not on this channel, or was it? When did Virginia win it all? Yeah, Virginia won it all in 2019. What is the prize if we win your group? You get 50 Pepe coin. Change the logo. Of the group? You say you will win every year. Well, you kind of have to. Remember, I won the college football thing. You remember that? The bowl challenge. Look at what Kevin O'Leary says about North Dakota. Winner gets to hang out. Yeah. Winner gets ownership of DG2, the channel, the secondary channel. Do you think Kentucky deserves to be a 3 seed? I think it makes no sense. No, they deserved it. Kentucky was a 3 seed throughout the entire, basically since maybe even before January. I think Kentucky was a solid 3 seed. I mean, they're very inconsistent though. They don't play much defense. They're very high tempo. They're a team that's probably not going to go very far. We'll say that. You should do a different bracket in the group so nobody copies you. No, it's not a big deal if people copy me. I'm not too worried about that. Copenhagen, you're listening at 2:30 in the morning. 2:30. That's pretty crazy, man. That's, I stay up till 3 sometimes. Most nights now I'm up till about around 3. Winner gets my Rumble channel. The Rumble channel is kind of an asset because it is verified by Rumble. It's an asset for somebody. It's part of a very diverse asset class that includes DG3, DG2, and the official DG coin. Lipscomb gonna win it all. Want to see Bama hang 115. Bama scores a ton. I think Bama's gonna score over 100 multiple times. Probably like 110 against Robert Morris. Lipscomb. They're always a fun little team. You have Arkansas to the Sweet 16 as your Cinderella, but Arkansas is really not a Cinderella. You need a mid major, man. You need a mid major like Akron or Montana, or I guess you could be like a 12 seed Drake. Troy over Kentucky could be a good pick. Yeah, the only reason I didn't do that was because Kentucky lost last year to a 14. I don't think they're going to lose to another 14. Remember, they lost to Oakland last year. Born and raised in North Dakota, great place, but cities are getting too many immigrants. You're kidding, in North Dakota? I feel like they haven't trickled into the Great Plains yet. From the demographics that I've seen, it hasn't seemed like they've trickled there. What do you think of West Virginia fans? I mean, I've got nothing against them. I know they're really pissed about what happened. They kind of got snubbed. I thought they were going to make it. But I really don't have anything against West Virginia fans. Watch a female like you win the league. Well, you're very, if there's a few females, yeah. Imagine if that happened. You always say we're going to annex Greenland. Do you think Trump will invade it? No, it's not an invasion. It's a military exercise. No, there's no invasion of Greenland because it can't be classified as an invasion. They don't have an army. There's no army, so there's no invasion. It's a routine exercise. North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming are great. They will ruin those states with migrant. Yeah, that we have to protect the Great Plains. We must. You got San Diego State, North Carolina, the winner of that game making a run. Yeah, I hate the first four, man. The first four is so annoying. Remember when a first four team went to the Final Four? That was UCLA. It's like 5 years ago. It was so annoying. It's my day tomorrow. Yeah, my first name's Patrick, so and I am Irish. I'm Irish. I'm pretty. I don't know. I really got to get an ancestry thing. I've got to be pretty heavily Irish. When you look at the surnames of my parents, they're very Irish. All one seeds in the Elite Eight is crazy. Well, no, it's smart if you want to get the most points possible. Trust me, it's smart. I mean, you might say it's boring. I understand, but it's smart to do that. Thought on the dude in the pre-chat talking to himself like he was a bot. Yeah, I say it. That's my AI agent. I asked the dude. I put. He's just like he's just saying random things. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then he said I was just talking to myself. But it doesn't even make sense because what he's saying does not line up with the previous thing. He's saying random phrases. It might be a bot. So then I asked him. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? And he was like, oh, I was just talking to myself. Yeah, but it doesn't even make sense. I think it's an AI agent. I think it's a rogue AI agent. Oh, man. First four is annoying, and two of those games are an 11 seed, which I know. I hate how they do the first four, man. I really do. Rusty is not well. Yeah, that's who it always is. I mean, the dude, if you're in this, you need to say something. It's Rusty. It's an AI agent or something. I don't know what it is. Look into the North Dakota economy. Well, North Dakota's got a lot of natural resources. A lot of those Great Plains areas have a lot of resources. They get a lot of wind energy too. But yeah, North Dakota's got large deposits of minerals. Invasion is defined as unauthorized entry of armed forces into a territory on another sovereign entity, regardless of whether this. Well, I don't. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a diplomatic approach by a non-lethal group of people. So it's not. Look at how cheap rent is in Fargo and how nice it is. Like, yeah, no, those states are very cheap. I've looked at rent in certain areas over in those places. I mean, they're kind of on par with Ohio though in some aspects. It depends what city you end up going. I mean, like the problem living remote, it's like for someone like me, I am gonna need a decently sized city, like 130K people probably. But I could never live in a massive city or a big city. But I would want to live like on the outskirts. I'm not someone you don't want to be intermingling with all these people and stuff. You need to have your own space. That's how I always thought of it. But it like I wouldn't want to live in an apartment. For my job, it really wouldn't make sense for me to live in an apartment because you don't want to have here other people in other rooms listening to you record or anything like that. It just doesn't make sense. It's not a good idea. Greenland isn't sovereign. You're right. They're owned by Denmark. Have you seen the movie 1917? Yeah, I have seen it. Why didn't Indiana get in? I think their net rating was really low, but I mean, they look at a number of different things. But yeah, the Indiana's net rating was not good. Check Polymarket. Yeah, they probably have that listed now. I've got a lot of tabs up right now. I never like having more than like 10 tabs up. Sometimes these people get like 40 tabs. Man, Florida's at a 60% chance. That surprises. Well, there's no volume on it. That's why. Duke 55% chance. Houston 30% chance. Tennessee 30. Yeah, there's really no volume on any of this. That's the problem. What's the most annoying take you've heard so far? I mean, in relation to what? It's politics or the March Madness? I mean, there's this thing with, Trump being owned by Israel. I'm getting annoyed with it. Like, how many times are these people going to talk about Israel? It's like enough about it, man. We get it. It's enough. It's enough. Why does almost everyone scream Putin bad, but then have no plan? Because they don't want to. Because they would have to admit they want escalation, which is more people dying. They don't want to admit that, so they can't admit that. But then they say, "Well, you have to stand up to Putin." Well, what does that mean exactly? What does that look like? They've already sanctioned them to shit. It didn't deter them. The most annoying people are the Andrew Tate simps. Dude, they've been going crazy the last few days. I'm not gonna lie. In the chat, yeah. There's extensions where you can force dark mode on every website. Yeah, I mean, I understand. I mean, if you guys want me to, like, look, whoa, Elon. Xi Jinping rejects EU invitation. I'm curious if you think Akron can make the Sweet 16 and why. Yeah, I have them in the Sweet. I have them as my Cinderella. It's just offensive firepower. They're a team that can score a lot of points. They get hot. You get lucky. I mean, you're going to be underdogs. It is what it is. But you look at them, and I hate when this thing is up here. I have to do that to get it down, and then it shows up again. The White House says it ignored a court order to turn around 2 plane loads of alleged Venezuelan gang members because the flights were over international waters and therefore the ruling didn't apply. Right, it's the point. Got your Lipscomb bracket in there. Oh, just as a secondary troll bracket. It's understandable. You want to do a secondary troll bracket. EU is losing respect. Yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of the people in the United States are realizing how liberal the EU is, and they've contaminated Greenland now too. They've got so much propaganda in Greenland. It's forcing, those people hate Trump now, so it's not good. I mean, it's all those countries in Europe and the surrounding areas are very liberal. U.S. just launched new strikes on the Houthi. Might be on Twitter. New strikes is in not the ones that were already reported. Any thoughts on Drake? I'm not high on Drake, man. Drake is we did it with Drake last year. They lost in round 1. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. I think they'll lose to Missouri. Do you follow English Premier League soccer? No, I don't follow that. At this point, ignore the clown judges. Well, yeah, they've been ordered to do this by Democrats, and these people hate Trump, and they're just trying to disrupt his administration. So these are not going to be followed. And then they say, well, it's a threat. It's, this is the court of law. No, it's not. These are deportations of criminals that were ordered by the U.S. citizens because we voted for Trump. We're deporting these people on whose orders? The orders of the United States citizens. Shut up and deport the people. You're not getting in our way. We're not having a judge rule anything about, oh, you can't deport Venezuelan gang members. These are the hills these people want to die on. You mean St. Peter's made Elite Eight almost Final Four? Oh, yeah, it could happen. It's possible, man. What's the best food you ever had from a small town? I went skiing in New York, and they had amazing waffles. When I went skiing once, I remember those waffles. Just such nice. Thing is, I eat waffles. I don't. You can't have syrup on waffles, but it's like a funnel cake. It's like a waffle funnel cake. No, it's not going to be a recession. Think about it. They've tried to change the definition of a recession, but it is 2 negative GDP months. We've got great inflation numbers. That's bullish for the economy. They're saying that the stock market's rebounding. There's going to be positive GDP growth in the second quarter. But a recession, it doesn't matter if there's a recession or not. It'd probably be even better if there was one. This is not propaganda. It's not gaslighting. Whether there's a recession or not, this is necessary for Trump to turn the economy around. We're deporting baby numbers. You want to see big numbers? Well, everyone wants to see big numbers. You have to have patience. They're going to deport more people soon. They get the money for it now. They're going to deport more people. How would Trump execute a peaceful takeover of Greenland? Through negotiating with their government on things that they would want upgraded within their country. Worst part about Ohio, I mean, obviously the weather sometimes sucks. It's just we get a lot of really cloudy days in the winter, just really cloudy. And the plains and the middle of the country is a lot more sunny in the winter, but here it's a lot more cloudy. Chunky peanut butter and syrup on waffles. Oh, dude, I can't do syrup. I can't do syrup, man. Half of them left on their own. The deportation numbers. Well, we'd have to confirm that is actually true if they self-deported. I mean, there are some people that self-deported because they were very scared about Trump coming in. I agree. Why do you think Dem approval ratings are shit? Because they just got destroyed by Trump in the election. So their people, the Democrat citizens realize their party has been completely a complete failure. Their campaign was a complete failure. The Biden administration was a failure. They used auto pen. Biden wasn't even signing things. It's total corruption. Musk for Green. Imagine Musk just bought Greenland for the U.S. Be pretty sweet. Deporting more protesters. They deported like one protester, man. That was someone on a visa. The person they said death to the West. All right, time to leave the country, man. Get out. Time to go. You like Hamas? Time to go. Elon's been traded for Greenland. He doesn't have to be traded. He could just buy it for us for like 20 billion. It's a numbers game. Dems wanted as many people as possible, knowing Trump will not be able to deport them all. It's really such a shame. Well, I mean, Trump can deport a lot of them. They just have to upgrade their infrastructure to be able to handle more deportations. But I mean, yeah, there's only so many you can deport in 4 years, but Trump should certainly up the numbers. The problem is people get the wrong deportation data on Biden and Obama. The way they counted deportations was not correct. So they compare them. It's a false equivalency. if Trump doesn't take Greenland or Canada, he won't have a legacy. He'll have a legacy for sure. I mean, those, taking Greenland would be good, but that doesn't matter in terms of legacy. I mean, it matters. It would help, but his legacy would still be fine without taking Greenland. I just cracked my knuckles. Why does the committee hate Georgia? Yeah, Georgia got a really tough draw. There's no doubt about it. Just wanted you to know your lives are making my night. I appreciate that, man. Do a grok bracket. Well, where I ask the AI. Yeah, maybe I'll do that for a video. Did the U.S. actually launch new strikes right now? I mean, they launched them yesterday. I know that. Why is Trump and Musk trending together? Oh, it's the astronauts. Yeah, that's good. They got the astronauts home, and they did thank both. They thanked both Trump and Musk for doing it. That hair is crazy. What do you think about liberals gaining in Canada? It's not my concern. It would be better for Trump if liberals won, because then Alberta would be more angry and they'd want to leave. But it's irrelevant for me. They're just going down the same path. Look, you look at the Conservative Party and Paul Vier, and he said that he hates what Trump is doing with the tariffs and they're going to go hard against them. Whether the Conservatives win or the Liberals win, with Canada, it's the same thing. I mean, it is a little bit different with Conservatives in, but it's the Liberals can come back. That's fine. It doesn't really affect me whether or not Liberals win. Any update on the Doge checks? I think we'll probably get an update this week or next week. I mean, you're not going to get an update over the weekend on a lot of this stuff. A lot of this stuff is contingent on people giving interviews to Fox News or other Republican outlets like News Nation, and that's how some of this information comes out. Like, that's how I knew about the Doge checks possibly coming out. It was from an interview. Those interviews tend to take place during the week, so it's probably going to be this week or next week. They said they were really looking into it, and they're going to have news. I mean, that's all I heard. These people, you can't trust them, though, because of what happened with the files. Most likely 16 over 1. I like that question, man. Let me just look at this. 16 over, I mean, dude. Who's the best 16? Probably Norfolk. Maybe Norfolk's the best 16. Maybe American. I mean, but these 1 seeds, it's just not going to lose, man. Thank you, 77. It's interesting to see how much the modern view of neoliberal economics has become unpopular over the years with the independent fraction of voters. Well, I think what we're starting to realize when it comes to the economy and economics is we're in a very bad place in terms of our debt and our deficit. And I've been doing a lot of research myself. And you want to talk about liberalism and stuff and just giving money to other countries, that's one thing. That's like USAID, I think, is what you're talking about. But yeah, listen, Social Security needs to be totally reformed. And it's like you can't touch it because, and this is another video, this is another live stream we should do, the social, but it's just like the stuff that I've been finding about Social Security, the Ponzi scheme, the pyramid scheme, how you pay for the people right now, and the kids are paying for the people. It's just like it's really bad. But I mean, it was designed. It's a prehistoric thing. This was designed in the 30s with the New Deal. And now something has to be changed because there's not enough workers per retiree. It's really bad from what I've been seeing, and you remember they're going to run out of money in 2034 to where the benefits are going to be cut to like 83%. DG came in late, had to finish the ninth gate. You watched Prometheus yesterday. They don't make good movies anymore. Prometheus is an amazing movie. The whale enters. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Prometheus is amazing. You should watch Alien Covenant. That's another great movie. Those two movies are great. Romulus really isn't that good, though. People say Romulus is good. Come on. You got Michael Fassbender. It's something special with Prometheus. They really don't make movies like that. I mean, where are the movies like that? I'll go to the theaters tomorrow. I will go to the theaters tomorrow. Thoughts on U.S. funding Israel? Oh man, dude, I'm against it. I'm based. I'm against it. But no, man, I'm against it. But what do you want me to say? Name a lock first round upset. You want me to name a lock? Well, I mean, it depends what you classify as an upset. See, I wouldn't classify a 9 over an 8 as an upset. I wouldn't classify as a 10 over a 7. An 11 over a 6. I'm not high on Ole Miss. I could say, see, like, well, I just hate the first 4 games because, like, I don't know who they're going to be facing. UNC or San Diego State. I'm not high on Ole Miss. Let me find, like, a 13 or a 12. Who was the 12? I like Colorado State over Memphis, I would say. Colorado State over Memphis is a pretty solid upset potential. Colorado State's been playing amazing basketball. Romulus over Covenant. Dude, that's why you're like 16 years old. I mean, you're Romulus. You want to know go look at the budget of Romulus versus Covenant. I mean, you can tell when a movie has money invested into it and the effects of it. It's come on. Akron plus 13.5 seems like a lock. Yeah, I would say Akron plus 13.5 is pretty good. I think that's going to be a close game. What time is that game at? Please tell me this game is in the afternoon. Please tell me this game is in the afternoon. That's in Seattle. That might be a late night game. That's good home court for Arizona. Gee, in Seattle? Well, kind of. I mean, they still have to travel, but... Interstellar was too complicated for most people. Not really. I mean, that's one of the best normie movies ever, Interstellar. Ask anyone their favorite movie, it's probably Interstellar. Seriously. If new Trump tariffs come into the summer, that will hurt BTC and Ethereum highs. Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be more tariffs. At some point, there's not going to be more tariffs. I mean, he's already put a lot of tariffs on. Donald Trump's post with the presidential portraits, yeah, I saw that. The auto pen portrait in the middle is symbolic. Even though he looks at each picture, he fought the machine and survived. Yeah, it's like you've got Trump, you've got the auto pen, then you've got Trump again. If you look up, like, I don't know, Donald Trump posts on Truth Social, I think. Akron, Arizona, 7:35 Eastern. That's a good time for an upset. You don't want to get a late night game. Well, I guess the UMBC, but normally you don't want to be a late night game for upsets. Joker 2 was terrible. You want your money back? Yeah, I mean, Joker 2 wasn't very good, but then people dogpiled on it. People, just like they did with Covenant, they just dogpile on movies because, you know, they... I mean, I'm not saying Joker 2 was good, but it was a musical. I mean, I don't know why they made it that, though. I saw it in theaters. Is that true? The judge said they have to bring the gang members back from El Salvador. No, the judge ruled it when the plane was in international waters. We can't return the plane when it's in international waters. It's not allowed. That judge should be removed anyways for doing that. That's a horrible act. We're trying to get evil people out of the country, and when you do stuff like that, you know, obviously in the name of Democrats, obviously the social justice warrior, this is not good. And then they say, "Oh, this is part of the process." These are Venezuelan gang members. These people need to go. It's time for them to go. It's been ruled on. The American people voted for this. We voted for these people to be deported. The American people have authorized the deportation of all illegal immigrants. We've authorized it. So there's the court order. That's the court order. 80,000 people, the court order. 80 million people, sorry. However many votes Trump got. Stream COD Zombies. I play COD Zombies a lot. I do play COD Zombies a lot. I'll send you a friend request. You truly think UC San Diego may be the Cinderella team? Yeah, I can understand it. They've had a really good season. Making Gladiator 2 was retarded. Yeah, I never even watched it. I saw it had like Denzel Washington. I saw some trailers. That's it. Pam Bondi needs to be fired. Even Fox News YouTube watchers had to turn her off. Every comment about they had to turn comments off about Pam Bondi because they were all about firing her. Trump said she's not going to be fired. He said she was doing a good job, but I mean that's lip service. I don't know what's going to happen. She's really messed some things up. There's no doubt about it. Would you ever get an APAC guy like I like Israel, but I think foreign lobbying is wrong? You should make a video about APAC influence. Yeah, I mean it's bad. Obviously, they're extremely influential. The thing with APAC is their bipartisan influence is insane. Bought into AutoPen meme coin at 286K, sold at 598, 2.1x. So you went from 1,200. Wow, I mean that's a decent trade, man. $1,200 to $2,500. That's a solid trade. I don't know, man. I don't buy coins like that. Coins like that it's like there's nothing to them. Like the coin's name is AutoPen. I mean, what do you like? You're buying a coin named AutoPen, dude. I mean, it is a good flip. Yeah. You into gaming? Not really. I'll play a little Black Ops. That's about it. Black Ops 1. I play the older. I don't like the newer CODs. The newer CODs are just the time to kill is too fast. They're focused on this war zone, whatever the fuck it is. Top 4 active president. Oh, of El Salvador. That yeah. How much Bitcoin did El Salvador buy? Well, it's been him and Malay that have been the two that have been really aggressive, at least when it comes to Republican news, people liking them. They've made like an investment. El Salvador's made an investment into Bitcoin. I think they're up like 300% or something. That's what Trump needs to do. I don't know about buying right now, but I really would like to see Trump make a sizable investment into Bitcoin. Remember the guy who lied yesterday and said he made 10K off Fartcoin? It was a strange thing. Very odd, honestly. You've been to El Salvador 3 times. It's a beautiful place. I've never been to El Salvador. You have well over 1 million kills in COD since 2004. They are all shit now. Well, they're all made the same way. There's like an incentive around certain things. Like you have to buy skins. I don't even know what the fuck it is now. It's some bullshit about in-game purchases. That's what it is. It's in-game purchases that ruins the game. I mean, the zombies has been just destroyed. They've destroyed the zombies. It's unplayable. The zombies is unplayable since like BO3. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Oh yeah, somebody bet on this. Highest temperature in London tomorrow. Will Canada block P-Hub? I don't even know how I'm supposed to say the word. I'll get demonetized. Before May, 2% chance in the United States. Yeah, they own it. I didn't realize they owned it, but yeah, they do. And then liberals are like, well, this is our big secret weapon. Would you vote to primary Massey if you lived in a district in northern Kentucky and solid red? Look, I understand what Massey, he's a principled dude, but the context of him not voting for that doesn't make a lot of sense. And I think Trump just got angry because like the idea of it doesn't look good because his entire schneck is oh, he's not an AIPAC guy, and Trump's been really pro-Israel, and then Trump wants him primaried, so it looks bad. But it's more so like, we just got to get this thing over the finish line. This isn't even Trump's bill. They're just trying to keep it open. I mean, it's going to negatively affect Trump if it gets shut down. And then he's like, well, it doesn't have these certain things that we want. It's like, it's a continuation. It's not even Trump's official bill. But I mean, primarying him, I don't know. I mean, probably not, honestly. But that's what Trump is. He wants the maximum loyalty. And Massey does like turning it into a spectacle, and especially with this stuff with Israel that's gone viral to where people are really anti-Israel, it's very easy for him to lean into that. And you get donations from it. We need a DG live in El Salvador. Let me look. El Salvador. Maybe I should go to other places and do some streaming. Thoughts on pro-Palestine protesting? Did you see the new strikes? There are new strikes. Well, I'm not a fan of escalation. They're trying to deter them, man. They're trying to deter it. Someone was telling me there were new strikes. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why. I mean, this thing's like blaring. It's like. Are these new strikes or were these from yesterday? And then these people simp for like Yemen. It's like these countries are degeneracy. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. The thing is, when I turn the music on or the fucking volume on, it immediately blares. No matter what it is, no matter. Trump is bombing the hell out of the Houthis in Yemen right now. Well, they want their shipping lanes opened. They want the shipping lanes opened. Hold on. I don't have anything to drink. I had to drink this fucking sparkling water now. Black raspberry. Why do you have Houston? Because Houston is a very good, complete team. They've been a 1 or 2 seed the past 4 or 5 years. This is a Gonzaga situation. Eventually, they're going to win it. Eventually, they're going to have to win it. If you get close so many times, eventually they're going to win it. No, I wasn't pissing, dude. I just wanted to get something to drink. Thoughts on pro-Palestine protesting Muhammad's deportation? Well, they're going to make a big deal about it. They're going to make a big deal about it because anything that they perceive as an injustice, it has to be protested, and they hate the United States, and so they're going to do their song and dance. Look, Trump's a Zionist president, so the person is saying death to the West. They're in here on a visa. Look, I believe in free speech. They get deported. I mean, what do you want? They're not even citizens. What are you even talking about, RB? Sparkling water? Dude, I used to drink sparkling water. I can't drink this anymore. Well, this is bad stuff. This is Kirkland. This is Heinen's, bro. Not good. Some guy drew a swastika on a Cybertruck, and the owner of the Cybertruck was a Jew. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. But they've been doing that everywhere. Did you see the old dude who got questioned? Some old dude was keying a Cybertruck. They caught him, and then he's like, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. And he was trying to play dumb. But I mean, it's very obvious, like they had video of him. There's a, like, show you the video. Oh, man. These people, man, with the Israel stuff. When is this Israel stuff gonna end? Trump's gonna get out of the Middle East soon. Chances Iowa State makes a run to the Final Four, not very good. They're dealing with an injury. He got deported because he had ties to Hamas and violated his green card conditions. What ties, though, to Hamas are you talking about? I feel like that would be a bit of a bigger part of the story. He has ties in terms of, like, supporting them and, like, financially or family. Drink Diet Dr. Pepper. I mean, when I was younger, I loved Dr. Pepper personally. I don't drink a lot of Dr. Pepper anymore. But Dr. Pepper is a good pop. Isn't Yemen one of those kind of places where you can just nuke and get back to business? No, you're right. That's a good wording of it, because what the point is, this is not escalation. It's really not a ton of escalation with Yemen. This bombing. People are saying it is because they hate Trump and they think, oh, he's starting another war. Well, no, they're just trying to be able to use the shipping lanes. It's been a problem the last, like, few years. Why is this? Oh, the stock market opens tomorrow. Oh, come on. Can we open the stock market with it up for once, for the first time in Trump's presidency on a Monday, please? Coke Zero. Coke Zero is really good. Yeah, Coke Zero is way better than Diet Coke. I don't know what Elon's talking about with Diet Coke. Diet Coke is not good, man. I could never like Diet Coke. I like regular Coke. I like Coke Zero. Coke Zero vanilla. I never had Coke Zero vanilla. I've had vanilla regular Coke vanilla. Man, this there is Palestinian protests in Trump Tower isn't even free speech. It's private property. Yeah, if it's inside the lobby and stuff of Trump Tower, you're right. Dude, you need to stop saying that. You're spamming the same thing. Thoughts on the growing concern about Israeli corruption? You know what, man? You're based. You know what? Trump's controlled by Israel. You're based, dude. You know what you're talking. I mean, can we just stop with the Israel stuff? I'm traveling to Greenland tomorrow for a diplomatic meeting with the Greenlandic government. Trump Hearts Diet Coke. Yeah, it's a boomer drink. Mr. Pibb. I do like Mr. Pibb. You never find Mr. Pibb anywhere. It's very rare. Now, Mr. Pibb is good. When I was younger, yeah, it was rare to find Mr. Pibb, but it was good. You were in the UK this past weekend. Their Coke tastes like Diet Coke. Really? You went to the UK? That's a long plane trip. What's my streak? I think my streak is 21. People have been tracking my streak. They say it's 21. Have you overpaid for something on a date to try and impress the person you took out? A while ago. When's GTA 6? I'm waiting for trailer 2. We need trailer 2 to happen, man. We need trailer 2. What state are you in? Oregon. You should get I'm thinking of getting a straight counter. I might have to get one. The streak is over. Nah. Yeah, that's the thing is we get it. These people are going to start becoming. These people are obsessed with Israel. I get harassed about Israel constantly. What do you want me to do about Israel? I've called it out, and I mean Trump's got a plan to leave the Middle East. What comes first, GTA 6 or World War 4? You know, there's a World War 4 coin. Yeah, invest into a World War 4 meme coin. Invest into Mars, the new digital currency of Mars. You gotta say Wyoming one of these days. Yeah, I'll say it. I'll say it. I'll say it tomorrow. This channel is funded by Israel. You're wrong, actually. I get my check mainly from Moscow. But you're right. APAC just started a few weeks ago. So now I've got like money from Moscow and APAC coming in. This is why I'm rich. You guys don't be weird and ask for my address. Like, you're being weird asking for my address. Like, what the hell? Mars colony by 2050? Yeah, I'm investing into a Mars meme coin. Because it's the future currency of the planet. So it makes sense. It's going to be a multi-billion-dollar coin. Think about it. Thoughts on Utah voting to ban fluoride? Did they? I didn't say that. Well, there's going to be more of a push for that type of health conscious stuff in terms of what they're putting in food and water with RFK. This channel is funded by the EU. Yeah, the EU also sends me money. The EU is mad at me though. I've been going against the EU. I want to take your tax dollars and send it to Israel. Well, I do believe in greater Israel. I mean, it needs to happen, absolutely. I mean, dude, come on. Like, this is the problem with these people. It's this constant trolling of this dude, and it's just everything is Israel with these people. Everything. Like, bro, have you seen my content? Have you seen my videos? Like, come on. Do I like Mellow Yellow? I never really got into Mellow Yellow personally. No, I never got into Mellow Yellow. My friend always had Mellow Yellow. I don't think I've ever bought Mellow Yellow once in my life. Mellow Yellow is like a mixture between Mountain Dew and some other shit. Thoughts on Ukraine peace deal? Well, it's in flux right now. They have to agree to the ceasefire first. I'm not sure that Putin's agreed to the ceasefire. I don't think he has. But they're getting really close to a ceasefire. Your voice is becoming too bro-ish over the past 6 months. Dude, this is what I sound like. You think I'm faking a voice? Look at the cheapest cost per acre. Oh, come on, man, with this. Come on, man. I mean, this is the thing with these they just end up becoming bots. They just bots. And then you've also got this we don't need the emojis either. But I like you, man. I recognize you. But the emojis, we don't need the spammed emojis. You were asking me what state has the cheapest land to buy per acre? It's North Dakota or Wyoming. Maybe it's Oklahoma. No, it actually might be in the South. The South has some really cheap homes, I know that, like in Alabama, Mississippi. You ever had high C? Yeah, I was very disappointed. What happened with high C at McDonald's? There's no more high C. High C is very good, man. I used to get high C at the movies, the big cups of high C. High C is good for you too. There's nothing, it's like all natural stuff, so it's good for you too. But high C was good. Winner of the bracket gets my address. You guys are some weirdos, man. Am I a fan of Elon? Yeah, no, I like Elon, honestly. I do like... Yeah, Elon's a good dude. He's done a lot for the country. I mean, to sacrifice that much, he sacrificed half of his net worth to save this country. He sacrificed $44 billion for free speech on the internet. It's very honorable. Yeah, but you didn't get my last name right, man. You guys are mad unhealthy with these crap drinks. Yeah, we've been trying to that's why we were with the RFK, we're trying to get healthier. But we don't know if RFK is going to be able to save us. You always get ingested with high C. Yeah, high C is good, and RFK said it. I think it's good for you as well. The high C in those smart Coke machines taste bad. The original flavors are peak. Yeah, well, the problem is when you've got like those smart machines. The first time I saw one, it was at Five Guys, and this was probably back like 12, 13. It was like 14 years ago. It was pretty crazy because those smart machines can like flavor any drink. Like you could get mint root beer. Like obviously you wouldn't get that, but you could get like raspberry root beer and all this shit. It's like, and it kind of tastes like it too. It was a marvel at the time. It was a very impressive technological advancement to have those type of machines that we got in the US. Mark Kelly is a clown. Yeah, for buying a Tahoe. Why would you? It's just so inconsistent with these people. They're like, oh, we want to save the environment. You know, we love Teslas, and then Musk comes out as a Trump supporter, and now it's I mean, what do you stand on? You're buying one of the worst cars in terms of the environment when you buy a Tahoe. Tahoe. Thoughts on the new Playboy Cardi? I don't even know what that is, man. That's this. Not interested. Thoughts on France taking the statue? Is that serious? They want to take the Statue of Liberty? I'll have to do a video on that if that's true. Oh my god, dude! These European countries are completely losing their minds. Well, it's just a parliament member, but still, this is like got to be a video or something. They're complete. These EU countries are just they've lost it. Will you get a Kanye coin? The swastika coin? The swastika coin. Yeah, I saw that coin. I'm not interested, man. Whatever Kanye, it's like, what are you gonna make, like a 3x? The Kanye stuff is just. I don't even think he's launched his coin. He just retweeted something and then he retweeted a contract address and then deleted it. There's one French politician calling for it. I know. Yeah, it's obviously like they took we took it you know, a little bit. It was just one of them, but still, it's funny. We gotta ship them. We gotta ship them back the Statue of Liberty and build a better one. The Statue of Liberty is a male, folks. It's a male. Look at the jawline. Remember when Joe Rogan talked about the Statue of Liberty? He's like, it's actually a male. Why aren't you on TikTok? I'm not 16. This is one of your best streams. So many different topics. Yeah, well, this stream was always going to be really just not. There's no there's no structure to this stream because it was like it's right after the brackets were released, so I knew people wanted it. But then you get like 30% of the people that want to talk about college basketball. The other 70% get really angry. They want to talk about politics. And then you got like 5% that want me to talk about crypto. That's why I've been staying off crypto because it's going to get very bad in the chat if I start talking about crypto. I mean, the questions have gotten pretty odd recently in this chat. Houthis ban U.S. ships launch missiles against I guess after Trump's missile launch. All American ships are banned from entering the Red Sea. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. Do another poll. All right, get somebody give me a good poll idea. I'll do one. DCA SPX. Yeah, SPX is good, man. SPX is really good. Thoughts on the Target boycott? Let me take a look at that. So there's a boycott because they shifted away from DEI? My goodness, man. We have to make people understand. There's DEI is gone. There's no more of that. We're not doing it. We have a certain culture in the United States. We don't agree with DEI. We're a conservative culture. We're a conservative country. We're a conservative group of people. Liberals are the minorities. They need to understand. If there's a lot of liberal countries you can go to. There's a lot of liberal shitholes you can go to in Europe. But what about all these liberal women? Why do they always move to white European countries? And then they say white people are bad. Best utility coin? Probably Mars coin. Probably Mars coin if I had to guess. Guys, let me give you some advice when investing into crypto. You got to invest into coins in good communities, invest in utility. You know, somebody's telling me about how they invested into Tariff coin and Tramp stamp coin, and I mean, you don't want to be buying these coins that just come on. I only buy respectable coins, let's be honest. HP1 Indians robbing corporate America. Yeah, the HP1 stuff's got to go. And obviously Musk and Trump like it because they're rich, but that was a whole sticking point. Remember that? Now it's just turned into... Now it's just turning into the Israel stuff. You ever been to Asia? Not much DEI over there? Well, there's not much. I mean, those countries are so dominated by their own cultures. Ellen DeGeneres, Rosie O'Donnell move out of the United States. Yeah, and then they move to Ireland and the UK. You moved to Ireland, really? My ancestors are from Ireland. That's not... we don't respect that. But I mean, Ireland's very liberal at this point. Does your mom do crypto? Oh my god. Why would my mom be in crypto? Like, genuinely. I mean, dude, you've been asking about this stuff. Does my mom do crypto? No. She doesn't even know 3 cryptocurrencies. Ohio or Kentucky? Just in terms of the state in general, I mean, I'll take Ohio. You come from Ireland? My ancestors came from Ireland. But we've been here for, you know, my grandparents were born in the U.S. My great grandparents were born in the U.S. My parents were born in the U.S. I was born in the U.S. I don't know when they... I'd have to look up the lineage. But, Dude, this stuff is just come on. Here's the George droid again. I hope that coin does well, man. I really do. Boomers somehow no XRP. Yeah, you can't escape the XRP army. Remember, I surrendered to the XRP army. I surrender. Now they've got a based XRP. I'm gonna buy the base XRP coin. The one on base. You cannot escape XRP. Do your Irish great grandparents own crypto? Yeah, they own a lot of Nasdaq 420. They're whales in it. Hmm. Man, I started this stream late, didn't I? I started this stream pretty late. Let me let me take a look at some of these. C4. The problem with any of these new coins, it's like they all end up tanking in price. Mars coin. Imagine if Elon actually goes. I'm gonna go into this coin soon, because imagine if Elon they go to Mars. This would have to go to 1 billion. I'm not even lying. I mean, this is bottoming out too. I'm gonna have to find capital to get into this. This will be a big play for me probably. Yeah, XRP ain't going to $1,000. That's always the thing. Yeah, they got this new thing that this is what Musk tweeted out. Department of Propaganda. Man, it's at 2. It actually held up. Holy shit. I'm surprised it held up. I thought it would tank under like 500k. But this type of stuff, I mean, this is gonna tank. There's no Epstein files. Yeah, Epstein files. We got a runner. We got a runner. Epstein files 38%. Come on. Do something. Do something for once. Give daddy a 2x. I need a new pair of shoes. Give me a 3x. Give me 500k. Just let me my money back. I'll reinvest into something else. Elon Musk coin is pumping. Which one? There's like 100. There's actually probably more than 100 Elon coins. Wheeze is still king. Is it still doing well? It's good to see a coin thrive in this type of ecosystem. Yeah, this is nice to see. This is a feel-good story for crypto. When you have a chart like this, you just like to see it. Epstein coin will retire you. Yeah, but it'd have to go to like 20 million for me. It'd have to go to like 50 million to retire, or like 100 million to retire me. Maybe even more. Is the new Mountain Dew can an upgrade or a downgrade? Personally, you think it's a huge downgrade? I never seen it. Is it on X? Mountain. See if they I don't know. They released a new can. You're saying? I don't know, man. Politics, not crypto. Well, you're gonna have to ask me something. Pat McAfee getting hated on. Hey, what's up? Dude, what is it? This dude is trying to get attention or some shit. You're glazing Prometheus. I liked it too, but Romulus was solid. Obviously, it was a younger class, so it lacked that sinister nature of Michael. Yeah, but you have to admit, let's set it up. Prometheus is number 1, Covenant's 2, Romulus is 3. That's in terms of ranking those movies. But I think Prometheus is like, people say it's not an alien movie, but just the creation lore is just, with the engineers, is insane when you think about it. But I had to grow up and actually rewatch it to learn it, because when I first saw it, I was like 13. Like 12 or 13. Why are the Houthis getting bombed? Because they're blocking shipping lanes in a very important, critical area of the Red Sea. Rather be a communist or fascist. Well, fascism would produce a, in terms of economic growth, would produce a better result. You like the direction Covenant was going? Yeah, me too. That's why, they were going to make another one called Alien Awakening, but because Covenant didn't do well, they didn't do it. But now they're making it. They're making it with Ridley Scott, so Alien Awakening is the next movie. And that's going to be an extension of Covenant. What's going on with Greater Idaho? I haven't heard anything on Greater Idaho recently. I mean, if there's something new that comes out, the thing is I did that Greater Idaho video, got very good views, then I uploaded another one, it didn't do shit. It's like very niche. I think the correct verbiage is niche, not niche. Niche? It's niche, not niche. Let's say niche, and I think it's niche. No, I mean, I don't know what's going on with Greater Idaho. If there's a huge story, I'll do it. I mean, it got me a lot of views. But I mean, I'm interested in that type of stuff. Anytime there's a territorial change, people want to watch those videos. That's what I've realized. The Don Lemon clip. Yeah, I mean, but it's just the race baiting bullshit. I didn't even watch it because I didn't really give a fuck. But we'll do it. He'll call all Trump supporters racist, I think.
On this Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary show, they did one thing. They did a sketch where Tom Hanks puts on a MAGA hat.
Drunk.
So he's a Trumper. And then Keenan comes over to shake his hand, and he won't shake his hand.
Yeah.
And I said this on Fareed's show the other day. I found that's so old. I didn't vote for him. I get all the bad things about that administration. But if you think they don't shake black people's hands, it's just you're wrong. That's not who they are. Matt Gaetz shakes black people's hands. Kid Rock will shake your hand. It's just not helpful to think that half the country that's where they are. That's your
Still, you're a comedian. It's part of its comedy.
I understand.
But let's be honest. There's a huge faction of the MAGA movement that's really fucking racist.
I wouldn't say huge. No. I'd say partly.
I would say huge.
Yeah, okay. Well, we have different perspectives.
I would say huge. And even if they're not, you have to overlook a lot of that in order to support Donald Trump, which I think is maybe even more egregious than just saying I'm a racist.
Yeah, well, it's the same smear. You're racist. Remember, that word is really meaningless at this point. a lot of these people would be classified as racist in terms of what they support with the DEI stuff and trying to limit certain people because they think there's perceived biases against them built in through a system. This type of stuff. It's just nobody cares about this type of stuff anymore. It's ridiculous. Lemon is a joke. Nobody takes him seriously. I don't even know what he's doing at this point. Is he working for anyone? Or is he just on the street randomly? But I mean, it is what it is. It's like, a lot of them think that. Did you see about the veteran dude complain about taking away his Social Security? Yeah, I saw that. These old people have to realize we have a serious problem with Social Security in this country. We can't afford it. We cannot afford it. There's not enough workers to be able to pay for the people that are on Social Security. The money that you got taxed for Social Security, and by the way, I get hit with a 12% tax on it if you don't have a business. You have to register a business, and then it goes back down to 6%. The Social Security tax. But we're paying for the old people. The old people already paid for the old people before them. It's a pyramid scheme. And also, when you're talking about the money that is taxed and put into Social Security, like the trust fund or whatever, they don't invest any of it. So it's getting crushed by inflation. They put it into like bonds, like a 2% growth. When you get grays, would you dye them red? Gray hair? I don't think I'd be interested in dyeing my hair, honestly. You know, if you get gray hair, it's just, it is what it is. But people, you don't get gray hair until your 40s or something, until you're later in life. No, I mean, it depends on your genetics mainly when you get gray hair. But I guess gray hair maybe would blend in better with, although actually I think it'd be probably blend in better with blonde. But UC San Diego to the Sweet 16 beating Michigan, Texas A&M. I mean, it's possible, man. It's not like Michigan's this great team. Doge may have saved Social Security, really? I mean, I know Musk has talked about trying to do something about it, but I don't think they've really done much yet on Social Security. But Musk said there was $1 trillion in fraud within entitlement programs, because it wouldn't surprise me. But I mean, are they going to really look into it? Trump said he's not going to touch Social Security already. You had a homeboy who had gray hair in his 20s. Yeah, it is based on genetics. You've been subscribed since the Couch Football Scoreboard videos. Thanks. Man, I appreciate that. Yeah, I used to do those videos on scoreboards. That's something interesting I find interesting. Did all the COVID deaths help Social Security? No, that's not even. I mean, I didn't even think about that, honestly. But I don't think that it didn't have a big enough. There's still a huge issue, because I just looked this up. Trust me. There's an issue to where when they put this into place in the 30s, it was 5-to-1 workers to benefactors, or to people getting the Social Security, 5-to-1, 5 workers to 1 person receiving the benefits. Now it's 2.5-to-1. So yeah, there's a problem. Thoughts on High Point? How do I join the bracket pool? Yeah, High Point might have an upset in them, but I had them losing in the first round. You join it. You see the pinned message. See the pinned message on the top of the chat. It's my message. Just click on that. That's how you join it. Or you could go to my video and then go through there. We've got over 300 people in it, I think. Look at this. Yeah, we've got about 400 people in it now. People don't like when I do that because it goes to bright mode. You think Bill Maher is gay? Dude, Bill Maher was like drunk as hell in that clip. He's like, yeah, couldn't even understand what he was saying. He's like, do you think, I don't even know, what do they smoke cigars or something? It seemed like he was drunk. Are you gonna watch Happy Gilmore 2? Probably. Is that coming out in theaters or is that some Netflix release? It wouldn't surprise me if it's like a Netflix release or something. But they shouldn't raise the I know, dude. If they raised the retirement age, people would riot. That's one of the things that they would have to think about doing to counteract it. But you would also have to invest the money. The government would have to invest the money that they would have, like, if they would have invested it into the S&P, they would have such a crazy surplus. I mean, but then it's like, well, it's technically people's retirement money. You can't invest it. But then it's like, why is there Social Security? Why don't you just not tax the 6% and just allow them to have the money in the first place? I mean, it's like a 401k, but that's not what Social Security is. You need to try Taco John's. Yeah, I never had Taco John's. What is that, a local place? Nickelodeon or Disney, what's better? I always watched Nickelodeon more when I was younger than Disney. We just set 350 billion to a useless war on Social Security. Well, I don't think it was 350. It was like, I mean, it was like 180, I think, are the numbers. 180 billion spent on Ukraine. I mean, I don't know where Trump got that figure, but it's a lot. For sure, it's a lot. And it's like there's no, people say it's worth it, it's not worth it because you're weakening Russia. I mean, that's the European conflict. Thoughts on Theo Vaughn? Well, just those guys in general. How mainstream is politics? All these people talking about this stuff. Look at what Rogan is talking about. Look at what Vaughn is talking about. Look at what Tim Dillon is obsessed with politics now. These people, Andrew Schultz, they're obsessed with politics all of a sudden. They just won't stop talking about it. It's like the culture. Saw your video about Greenland. It doesn't make sense. Greenland don't want to join America. They don't have the population. But you need to rewatch the video. I addressed that directly. You know, we know they don't want to join, but you have to give them the resources and a deal. You would give them a deal to want to join. I mean, dude, come on with that. The George Floyd shit. We don't need that clogging up this, man. We'll give you another chance. Yeah, we gave you another chance and you squandered it. You squandered it, man. How long are you going to be live? Yeah, guys, this is going to do it for this stream. It's just a 2-hour stream because I went live later because I had to fill out that bracket. I like to stream earlier than this. I don't like streaming at 9. I like streaming at 7 or 7:30. But I mean, I guess it's fine. It's not a big deal. I stay up late anyways. Like, I could go till like 2, 3 a.m., but there's no point in doing that. They would be a territory. I know, dude. The thing is with these people, I've been over it 100 times, but you keep having to do it. You know, I mean, I've explained it so many times about it being a territory. It has to be a territory. You think Trump is doing the right thing? You don't agree with everything he does, but his relationship with God is not your business. Well, you know, Trump is doing a very solid job outside of some of the Middle Eastern policy, but even that, it's very hard to manage that situation. But I mean, a lot of this stuff is very, very good. It's moving in the right direction. And the economy, and listen, you think I'm happy with where crypto is, but I know crypto is going to be in a great place. I know the economy is going to be in a great place. I know the deportation numbers are going to be up. The foreign-born jobs are up significantly. Or it should be native-born. Foreign is down. This is what we want. Statue of Liberty video. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it because it is just one person that said it. It's funny, but I don't think I make a video on that, man. Isn't it ironic? What currency is that, man? I appreciate it, though. Isn't it ironic the Warsaw Pact countries are more right-wing? Oh, come on, dude. I thought I banned this guy. We don't need this stuff, man. Isn't it ironic that Warsaw countries are more right-wing while the West is left? And how do you think capitalism will age with AI around? Well, yeah, the clearest picture of like the difference in terms of that, look at East Germany versus West Germany with the ADF in the recent elections. It's a stark difference in terms of dealing with communism versus not dealing with it. And the difference in terms of your political leaning. But and also you know those countries that were part of it, they tend to be more traditionalist based. So they're more right wing in general. There's more like look at Russia. And then what was the other question? How do you think capitalism will age with AI around? Well, I wonder. I mean, I think there's definitely going to be a huge. Bro, what is this? I think I might be getting hit with bots or something. I don't know how these people keep coming in here. And I banned them out of the channel too. But when it comes to the AI race, it's hard to say exactly how it's going to develop. I do think that there's going to be a massive race for AI and then maybe to quiet down. I mean, I just don't want our actual fabric as humans to change. But I mean, maybe that's resistance to the future. But in terms of it affecting capitalism, I mean, there's obviously going to be serious competition. So there's going to be innovation that's affected by people trying to make more money to find the best AI. But like the things that they're saying, they're talking about George Floyd. It's not even like this stuff is stupid. Like, come on. Do you think Trump airstriking Yemen was a mistake? I think it's a non-story. I'd say it's very minimal escalation, but it's you don't want escalation anytime in the Middle East. But this is something that Biden was kind of the Biden administration was contemplating doing. They held off on it mainly for most of his administration, but this is a problem with Yemen and the Houthis blocking the Red Sea. Come on, bro. Like, we might be getting hit with some anti-bots. Do you think Mogcoin is going to go up? I think Mogcoin will do very well. There's gonna be an actual bull run, a bull cycle. Hopefully Mogcoin goes to at least 10 billion, hopefully more. Yeah, guys, I like the video. Go ahead and like the video. Hopefully it's gonna be better tomorrow. This, the chat kind of got. These people like make multiple accounts. I don't know. It's like they have bots do it or something. But that's gonna do it for this stream. Yeah, it is ridiculous. I don't really understand how they're constantly creating accounts when. I mean, I guess if you have like 7 or 8 different accounts, you can just sign into them. But you're never up this late. I used to always be up pretty late during these streams, but recently, yeah, I don't like being up this late. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. Seriously. I'm going to go ahead and log off of the stream now. You know what I have to do? I feel like I end the live streams. I need to just end the live stream by doing this. All right, I'll see ya.